Hey everybody, Matt here with LGN Gaming. Today I'm bringing you guys another Warbird commentary. Today I kind of want to talk about some things I've done in whether it be high school or college to try and make a little bit extra cash because everybody likes extra cash and I feel like the majority of my audience are within high school, college age. That's what my analytics say anyways. So this isn't like big money, this is just for a long time, for instance, I'll be in robotics, and when I'm in robotics, I don't really have time to work. For instance, I basically have relatively 2 hours of free time every weekday, and then I have weekends, but then a lot of times we have robotics on the weekends too. So a big chunk of my life in high school was taken up with that, and then I'm continuing to mentor it now, so it gets taken up even more. But something I've actually been doing is selling candy, believe it or not, which you actually make not a ton of money, but you can make a little bit of side cash. It'll pay for my gas, just selling candy, and I actually do it at robotics. I go to Sam's Club and buy the fundraiser bet boxes. That's the best deal I found so far. It's like $32 for a box, and then there's 52 bars in it. And if you sell them all, I usually sell them for $1, so I get a $20 profit, which isn't terrible. That'll pay for gas for a week, and then you can buy another box and sell them again. And right now, I'm trying to do something which is a bit more shady, but not really shady at all. I'm actually buying boxes for other people to sell, so they don't have to they don't have to they don't have to have the $30 to buy the original box. All they need to do is sell it, and then we split $10 each, and then I use that money to buy a new box again. And that's been working. That should work pretty well, hopefully. That one is a little more dangerous. You got to kind of trust the people you're doing it with, but people I'm going to do it with, I will trust. So, but that's just a quick and easy way to make a little bit of side cash. You're not going to get rich off of it unless you put a lot of effort into it, but that's one of the ways I make a little bit of side money. I do a lot of things when I'm not working to make money, because generally I only work in the summers, which has its benefits and doesn't, because I usually make good enough money during the summer to last me all year, but it's kind of under the table work, so technically you can't really put that on a resume, and so it's not that good because I'm 20 now and I don't have much on my resume other than college going for me, so that's hurting. But I've had money because I work in the summers and I do a lot of other stupid little side things to make money. Another stupid little side thing I do to make money is if you have there's an app, and then it's also a website. It's called Swag Bucks. It's a pretty stupid name, but it you can either answer poll questions, take surveys, do a lot of stuff like that, and it'll get you money basically. So you earn things called swag bucks, which basically every swag buck is worth a penny. So I do the daily polls, and that's a penny a day, and then you can actually watch videos, and I don't actually watch them, I just have them play, and then every so often you'll get a couple pennies for watching a couple of them. That one I think limits how many you can watch per day though, so I think sometimes it's only 10 cents per day you can make off that, which that's not a lot, but then again, if you just have a phone doing it and you're doing it in your spare time, that's better than nothing. So far I haven't really been doing that actively, but I think I've made about $40 total. I've been doing it for a couple years. So, but basically all I do is the daily polls every now and again, and then sometimes I'll do stuff. There's actually a lot you can do. If you really wanted to, you could probably make $100 a month, $200 a month off of it, if you're actually putting in the work every day and just doing stuff. Another good way on Swag Bucks to make some money is they have these daily crave things, which basically it just takes you to a web page, and you have to be there for about a minute, and every 2-3 minutes basically you'll get a couple cents like 2-3 cents, which that's not terrible. But if you're like watching TV while you're doing it, that's pretty good. And that'd be an easier way to get that. The easiest way probably would have to be, ooh, that's a good shotgun. The easiest way to do that would probably be doing surveys, because that's another thing you can do on Swagbucks. I don't do it that often because it's a little more work, and I'm apparently averse to that, but that's the way money works. If you want money, you gotta work for it. But yeah, you can do surveys, and they vary between like some are as low as 20 cents, some are like $1, some are $1.50, some are $10. Just depends. But there's that. Swagbucks is a decent way to make a little bit of side cash too. Another one I do is, if you guys buy stuff every now and again, I have 2 apps I know about that I use pretty regularly to get money from receipts. If you have Receipt Pal and then Receipt Hog, basically just take a picture of a receipt wherever you go, whether you're getting groceries or if you just bought McDonald's or something like that. You take the picture of the receipt, and then for Receipt Hog, depending on the money in which, the amount of money in which you spent, it will actually give you a certain amount of like coins. I think anything over 100 will anything over $100, and it gives you a flat rate basically. But and then Receipt Pal is every four receipts you turn in, you get points. So that's the way that works. So those are just that's just another way you can make a little bit just from doing nothing really. That doesn't take that much effort to take a picture of a receipt every time you buy something. And all those sites are safe, like they're legit companies, and they'll pay out and whatnot. I think I've gotten paid from each of them so far, which that's nice if you just want a little bit of extra side cash every now and again. Even if you do work and you have a job and whatnot, you can still do that, and anybody could use an extra $20 every now and again. The last way is a very passive way to get money, but it kind of requires money to begin with. If you have money already and you're interested in making more from it, instead of putting it in a bank, where I usually put my money is there's a website called Betterment, and what they are is they're it's kind of like a stockbroker, but different. Basically, you give them money, and they put your money into an account, and they use that money to buy stocks and bonds at whatever ratio you want. So right now, I have some money in there, and I have it 50-50. So 50% of my money is in stocks, and 50% of my money is in bonds. And then basically you accrue interest over the bonds, and then the stock's value goes up and down with the market. And so far, I'm pretty sure I'm getting about a 6% return on my money. And the way they charge is it actually takes a bit more money. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the rate is around a 0.35% interest per year. So every year they'll take 0.35% of the money that's in that account out for them. But granted, I'm getting like a 6% return on it, so that's quite a bit of extra money still. Like, it's still pretty good. I might be over encumbered now doing this. It's very good, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna be over encumbered a bit. Oop, yep. Gotta drop something. But it's actually a real good amount of... How did I get encumbered jumping off? Did I pick up a bunch of stone? It's a good way to make a bit of cash off your money if it's just sitting there. It's significantly better than a bank, because a bank account, I have one with Chase, and it would generally give a like 0.01% interest rate. So like if you have a grand saved up in the bank, it'll give you a penny every month. But if you have a grand in Betterment, it'll give you about like 60 cents, between like 30 and 60 cents, which isn't super amazing, but it's better than nothing. And yeah, so but that does require a bit more extra money, and there is slightly more risk involved. Not a lot, because Betterment specifically, they put your money into relatively safe stocks, and then bonds are generally almost always safe. They buy safer stuff, and you can actually, if you want, you can set it mostly into bonds, and then if it's mostly into bonds, I don't think you can actually lose that much money off of it, because bonds don't lose money, only stocks do. I mean, if it's a corporate bond, it has a chance of losing money if the corporation goes under, but Betterment really, it's pretty good with how they do it. So, I mean, I have not, they've been around for years now. They're basically a stockbroker, just that they have lower rates than the average stockbroker. But that's just some of the ways that I make money. Not a lot of money, that's just a little bit of side stuff. That Betterment actually makes a decent amount, and it's better in a bank account. So that's what I do. Just figured I'd share it with you guys, because I've actually been making quite a bit of money on that candy bar stuff, and that's what caused me to think of it. Oh, here we go. I have another thing to say, actually. Make sure you keep your change every time you buy things, because, like, I've been doing that, and I just counted up my change today, and I have $70 I can go take to the bank, and, like, quarters, dimes, pennies, nickels. You just gotta wrap them in those coin cases and take them to the bank, and that's crazy. I mean, that's probably about a year's worth of change, but still, that's quite a bit of money, and that's great. Now I have $70 extra. That's insane. Now, granted, I had that money before, but if I hadn't kept track of it, then it would have all disappeared slowly. Like, I actually have two little bins set up, one for like pennies, dimes, nickels, and then one for quarters. That, because quarters are easier to make into the $10, of course. And yeah, just doing that, I ended up counting off $70. I still have some left, but small enough increments that I can't wrap them. But yeah, $70, taking that to bank tomorrow, so that's gonna be great. It's gonna be really sweet. That's like a lot of gas for me, so that's awesome. Usually it takes me like $20 to fill up, so I have to buy it like once a week because I have a pretty good car, and I commute to my college, so it takes quite a bit of gas, so it's nice I have a good car that gets decent gas mileage. But yeah, I think that's about getting to where I want to be with this video. I hope you guys liked the little money tips I was talking about. That's just some of the stuff I do. Nothing that'll make you rich, but every little bit helps. Hope you guys liked the content. If you did, feel free to leave a like. That helps me out a lot. If you guys want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe. That's the best way to see when I post new videos. I post new videos daily, so there's that. I've tried to do a decent amount of ARC stuff. Tried to do ARC pretty much a couple times a week, because that seems to be like my most liked content. But yeah, it would really help me if you guys subscribe. If you're seeing this, like, share the video, whatever you want to do. Matt here with LGN Gaming, signing off. I'll see you guys next time.